Hey Pisces, welcome to your reading. So as usual, we'll be exploring the energies currently surrounding you and influencing you. I'll channel through the cards to gain insight into your situation and the guidance Spirit has for you. So let's shuffle the cards and see what comes through. So Pisces, at the very centre of your reading, we have this beautiful Ten of Cups card. Now this is just a wonderful card to see. It's about success, it's about emotional fulfillment. We see all these beautiful colours, like connections being made. And it's really about, so whatever's at the focus for you at the moment, Pisces, if that's relationship, if it's career, what finances, so whatever kind of your focus and your drive is, this is like a green flag, a green light kind of from Spirit saying this success in this area is completely possible. It's really about having it all as well, Pisces. So don't limit yourself in the sense of that if you have been having doubts and fears about if it's possible for you to succeed in the way that you kind of have plans to do, to not limit yourself in that way. This card is about having it all. Because if we look to the past energies as well, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, and I feel like this is about the efforts and hard work that you put in. I feel like there was some significant point that you decided to really commit to something that kind of brought you so much closer to this Ten of Cups energy. So maybe it was about a relationship, for example, meeting someone and really kind of being open to that commitment and being honest, being true, sort of really leveling up and turning up in a way. Or if it was a certain job, for instance, an aspiration, it was almost like you had like a pivotal moment that I feel like that you knew that this had to happen and kind of really got focused. We see this like really passionate sort of heated energy at the very center of this grounded earthy tree, you know, with this growth we see happening here. Like you saw the potential in the situation and basically you kind of went all in and got focused and took that opportunity and gave it your all. And with the Ace of Pentacles, this brings like there is patience, there is commitment. It's all those kind of, it's almost like a slow moving energy at times as well, but you stuck with it, so you were patient, etc. And I feel like the Spirit is saying that that was significant and that will pay off for you. Now in this sort of subconscious position, maybe what you don't see happening for you, Pisces, as well, is the Seven of Cups. And this is about having options, this is about having choices. So just to be aware of that, there are maybe many different ways that this success can happen as well. So many different sort of paths to take. So in this Ace of Pentacles, getting focused and committing to something, also comes the caveat of that, of maybe with this Seven of Cups, not to become rigid with how you see that unfolding. So we always say, like in manifestation, if you're wanting to manifest wealth, for example, not to get too hung up on how that wealth can come through, because you're actually closing off opportunities by doing that, by saying, you know, it has to happen through this particular job with this particular company, for example, and this is the only way that I see that happening. And obviously once you're applying for the job and you kind of see it and you really get into it, it's really hard not to just kind of get totally focused on that's how it has to happen. But really be mindful of that and don't close yourself off to different opportunities and success. But also comes the caveat with this is not to be sucked in by illusions, by deception. So some of these opportunities will be the real deal. Some of them will turn out to be red herrings, and you need to be discerning about that. You need to be savvy. You need to make the right decisions. Trust your intuition. Pisces is very intuitive, has a sixth sense. Pisces, you really do have that sixth sense of that. It's almost like getting messages from your higher self, from you can really tap into that if you want to, you know, through meditation or through just listening to that inner voice. I always feel like Pisces had this kind of connection to otherworldly kind of energies and messages, and this can be so helpful to guide you and not to, you almost live in that place of intuition and feelings and emotions. It's strange. It's so use that to your advantage, basically, is what I'm saying, Pisces, because you will know sort of instinctively, if you're honest with yourself, if these opportunities are true, if they're the real deal, or if they're sort of delusions and, like I say, red herrings. And don't waste your energy on the ones that are obviously not real. Now, in the near future, we've got the Nine of Pentacles, and this is, so for some of you, this could be financial independence, making significant step in that direction and achieving that. So an increase in your finances, or it can be just about, I see, reaching some kind of level of achievement and feeling the need to sort of protect that as well. We see these feathers, which is like feathering your nest, I'm hearing. It's like protection. This is covered in protection. This is what's important to you. This is what's value. This holds immense value to you, Pisces, and this is what's coming through to you. So say if it's the leveling up of a relationship, like a higher level of commitment, say moving in together, for example, and that's kind of a really big deal, and you feeling the desire and instinct to protect that. I see that coming in for you in the near future, Pisces, but it feels like a big deal, like a big level up. So if it's a big financial increase or a new opportunity that maybe comes with a high salary than maybe you've ever had before, or a relationship and maybe it's been the happiest that you've ever been before, it's never kind of been like that, it's the same way, but it's some kind of leveling up in that way, which will then bring in this kind of protectiveness from you, this need to, this desire and need to protect, because it is incredibly valuable. And then we've got in the, I mean, so many, every card really is positive in this reading, Pisces, so this is wonderful to see. In the likely outcome position, we have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, which is a new beginning. So this is all leading to something that is, to kind of a new way of life. It's almost like if you can reach this success, and then how different that your life would look. And with it being wands, I'm seeing it being exciting, I'm seeing it being fulfilling, passionate, fast moving, so a different kind of energy that it brings than this Ace of Pentacles, which I feel like this Ace of Pentacles is you getting serious, and then this kind of ending with Ace of Wands is like you kind of being able to enjoy the rewards of your success, of that hard work, and it being kind of a lighter energy, like fast moving but also fun, kind of exciting, fired up, feeling kind of more freedom maybe than what you've had, because maybe for a long time, Pisces, that this hasn't been the case for you, and now you feel so much closer to this Ten of Cups, this success, or maybe you've reached that pinnacle, and then this opens up this whole kind of new way of being for you. I'm just going to pull a few more messages for you, Pisces, with some clarity, or any more last messages from Spirit, please. So we've got the Devil energy, which I see this is you cutting ties with old toxic behaviours and leaving them in the past. And this is part of your journey, Pisces. So the Devil energy to me is about it's just old toxic traits, basically old patterns and habits which we've all developed, that is over the years of sort of coping mechanisms essentially. And with it sitting right next to the Ten of Cups, I feel like that this is part of your journey, Pisces. So being able to cut ties with those, breaking free essentially of those old negative habits. And your commitment here to Ace of Pentacles, I feel like was tied into that, with you kind of even with full awareness maybe of being sick and tired of doing things how you've always done and seeing the same results. So it could even be addiction issues for some of you, or it could be toxic behaviors in a relationship. It could be, you know, even like a workaholic kind of energy as well, whatever it was. But I feel like at this point you really got serious at some point in the past and said, you know, end of with this, like I'm not doing this anymore, and this has paid off, and you have been able to successfully cut ties with that devil energy. Any final messages for Pisces, please? Final messages for Pisces. I'm going to pull this, so we've got the Eight of Wands, and this is, it feels connected very much to this Ace of Wands energy in the same way of, this is kind of breaking free, I feel like, of the old ways, of the monotonous ways. It's like an electricity bolt of kind of magic really that's come through here. That it looks different this time for you, Pisces. So maybe you've had several attempts of trying to make these changes in the past, but I actually feel like that this time it's stuck, and that you have changed, and as a result these circumstances have changed. This is also just traditionally it's about news coming through, so you can expect that it is positive news, and this will be a catalyst on the way to moving closer even more to this Ten of Cups and this kind of new way of being, Pisces, this new life that I feel like that you've created for yourself, and leaving those kind of old ways behind. Those, you've done that, you've finally maybe got closure on that, Pisces, and being able to turn the wheel. So I hope this reading resonated for you, Pisces. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. It's always great to get any feedback as well, if you want to leave that in the comment section down below, and subscribe for all future readings. But wishing you all the best with this situation. Love and light.